Hey artists, today we're going to be making some snowman ice cream cones. We're going to decorate them however we want, different hats, scarves, different decorations, and then we're going to make these awesome snowflakes in the background. So follow along with me and I'll show you all the steps. Alright, to make our snowman ice cream cones, the first thing we need to do is make 3 round scoops of snow. So I'm going to do 1 scoop. I want to leave a little bit of room for whatever hat I decide to do for this guy. And then 2 scoops. And 3 scoops. And then I don't want to forget my triangle shaped ice cream cone. It's going to kind of go up like that. So that's how we're going to start it off, our 3 scoops and our cone. The next thing we can think about is any kind of hat or earmuffs, something you want to put on his head. So I'm thinking you could have a Chiefs hat or a Royals hat or a school hat, like maybe your favorite college or elementary school, or winter hat, or the little earmuffs that go on the side. I think what I'm going to do is one of the winter hats like I always wear, which is like where there's a little bit of a ruffle here and then it kind of comes out like this, and I have one of those little poofs at the end of it like that. So that's how I'm going to draw my hat. You can draw any kind of hat you would like for your snowman. So I kind of went with that style. Then with the eyes, people usually use like a little like rocks or something like that, so you can draw the eyes however you want. I'm going to pretend I found 2 dark rocks to put on there. Usually people use a carrot nose, and you can have it pointing this way, forward, however you like. I think I'm going to have this carrot nose going this way. And then for the mouth, you could just draw a regular smiley face, or if you want, I'm going to pretend that I made this outside and used the rocks, kind of like they do in some stories. All right, now I've got the face done. And the next thing you can decide is adding a scarf. You could put a tie, a bow tie, whatever you'd like to put here around their neck. So I think I'm going to do a scarf. And so I'm going to bring it down like this and have it come across, and then have those 2 little pieces come down that hang down like that. And then you can erase that line so you can see the scarf. And a lot of times we put buttons on these guys, so you could choose any kind of little buttons you want to put down here. And then you have the basics of your snowman. So the next thing you're going to do is just go ahead and start adding color. I'm going to go ahead and color in the eyes and the mouth black. And we're going to add whatever colors you would like to your hat and scarf, or if you had like a design on your hat, now's the time you're going to be adding those designs, adding the colors or words or whatever you'd like on there, and just decorating this guy. Now that you've got him all decorated, it's time to make his body look more like snow. I like to take the blue-green color of crayon, and I just kind of outline the first scoop a little bit to make that show up. And then I like to add the shadow in by kind of pushing hard on this side, and then using that shading we do where we push lighter, lighter, and lighter until we fade it right into the scoop. The scoop of snow. All right, and we're going to repeat that on these other ones. So we outline them first, and then add that shadow by pushing hard, and then lighter and lighter and lighter until we fade it into that white snow. Eventually you're pushing so light, it's just like you're barely even touching the paper. And we kind of curve it around to keep it looking round. So it's like our line curves a little. All right, and then we're gonna do the final scoop all the way around. And again, adding that shadow. And I think right here is going to be darker because it's underneath the first scoop. So there's a shadow underneath that first scoop. So we'll add a little bit of a shadow here to show that that scoop is kind of squishing this scoop. And then we're going to get lighter, 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 and just fade it into the white of the snow. All right, now we have this amazing snowman, but we're making it a snowman ice cream cone. So I'm gonna take my brown marker and I'm gonna make that kind of waffle cone design. And that would be like with the stripes that go down. And then the ones that go across, showing that kind of waffle cone shape. All right, now he looks like this amazing ice cream snowman. All right. For the background, what we're gonna do is just choose any color you like. I've seen a lot of them look cool with like anything with violet, like the blue violet, the red violet, or the plain violet. I think these kind of look nice and make the snowman pop, but honestly, choose any color you want. And then we're gonna take some scraps of paper and glue them down to look like snowflakes in the background. So first I'm gonna choose my color. I think I am going to go for just a regular old violet purple. And I'm gonna go ahead and just evenly, the best I can, I'm gonna color the whole background in with that color. Went ahead and finished coloring the background in with my purple crayon. And I think just to make it kind of pop out, I'm gonna take my purple marker and just outline to give just a little more contrast between my snowman and my background. You don't have to do that. I just think it might make things pop out a little more because he kind of faded away. And that just makes him kind of stand out a little better. Like there's a little shadow behind him. So if you did a red background, I just grab your red marker. Whatever color you did, you could use the marker to do that background. Just around the edge, just to kind of make him pop out a little brighter. Yeah, that kind of makes him stand out. The next thing we're gonna do is just grab some scrap paper that you might have, or just another sheet of paper. And we're going to cut some thin strips of paper. And we're gonna use these to make some snowflakes in the background to really make this picture a wintry, fun picture. So when I cut these strips, I'm probably gonna cut them in half or else I'm gonna have some really big snowflakes. So we cut these skinny little strips, and then I wanna make sure I have my glue stick ready. Now when I glue something that's this thin, I usually wanna have like a background paper to glue on so I don't get glue all over my table. So I'm gonna kind of stack these up and cut them in half so they're not super long. Okay, and here's how we'll make our snowflake. So you'll take your paper and then you'll glue it on kind of in an X shape. And then on top of the X, you'll put a T shape. So grab another little stick. He's stuck to the paper. All right, and then you have an awesome little snowflake floating in the back. So we can put some of those around the background and really make this picture have that fun winter feeling. So again, we kind of put an X shape first. And then we put a T shape over the top. So I grab some of these little scraps that I made and glue the strips down, and it'll give us a really cool snow effect. If you have white paint, you could definitely use white paint instead. I know that most people in my class don't have paint at home, so this is how we'll do it to really give it that awesome snowy look. So I would just put a few of those kind of sprinkled throughout the background, and then you'll be all done with this amazing snowman ice cream. Once you've cut and glued on all the snowflakes you would like, then your picture is totally finished. You have this awesome snowman delicious ice cream hanging out in a snowy background, and I can't wait to see what yours looks like when you're done. So happy creating!